Hey there, welcome to Craft Central Designs. Oh boy, I am sharing with you this so awesome Grinch themed Christmas tree I did today. I'm going to share with you all of the materials that I used, do a quick tutorial on how to create Christmas tree bows. I am going to show you how I embellished the tree with unique and possibly surprising unexpected elements, and how I added the characteristic Grinch tree curve at the top of an artificial tree, which was quite surprisingly easy. The tree was beyond joyous to create, and I'm sharing with you today, while there is still time, to hit the nearest Hobby Lobby and make possibly a few online purchases to craftcentraldesigns.com. And also Walmart is a good source for Christmas tree decor. But all of which I used on this tree today, and I am loving it. It is so, so beautiful. And I can't wait to share with you how I created this beautiful tree. This tree is at the home of my son, and I created a Grinch tree last year, but this year is next level. I really took it up quite a few notches in creativity, and I'm going to share that with you today. Firstly, we're going to look at all the items that I used on this tree. Now, of course, I created bows for this tree, and as far as Christmas ribbon to use for bows, there's an abundance of good choices to use, and I'm going to show you a few of them. This is one of them, this red with the swirls. Anything with swirls seems to go with Grinch. So I'm going to show you a couple different choices in that regard. I have here a glittery red ribbon. Of course, all of my ribbons are wired. Those are the ones that are going to last the longest and look the best on the tree. I am going to show you a quick tutorial on how to create a Christmas bow, just in case you haven't, been able to create bows that I've showed you in the past. Hopefully this time you'll give it a try. This is another great choice. Anything with peppermint candy, I also include on my Grinch trees. So that's a good choice. It has that nice Grinchy, citrusy green that's so pretty. Those two ribbons there were craftcentraldesigns.com, and that's why I mentioned that. If you want to make any online purchases, craftcentraldesigns.com would be the place to go. That ribbon I just showed you with the swirls, that was Craft Outlet. This is also Craft Outlet, but I have seen this ribbon on Amazon in many different stores. Very easy to acquire this ribbon on Amazon. And this is a 1.5-inch ribbon. I did use this on a few different creative pieces that I did for the tree. I love it. It's a beautiful green with the Merry Christmas and red glitter. And that's Hobby Lobby. So those are the ribbon choices. And now I'm going to show you a quick tutorial on how to create a simple 4-loop bow, 2 loops on each side with a loop in the center using your Christmas ribbon. Now I'm going to just leave around 6-inch tails. This is the way I do my bows for the tree. I do like a little bit of a tail, which I like to give a little curl and ripple to when I put it on the branches. I'm just going to create a 6-inch tail and pinch that ribbon right there with my thumb and my index finger. I'm going to simply twist the ribbon and fold it over and create a loop. Now, the length of that loop is around 10 inches. I just gather it and place it in between my thumb and my index finger. Okay, now I am going to twist my ribbon because I want the right side facing up. So when I fold it over, it will be the right side facing up. Use that same 10 inches, fold it over, pinch it, take my thumb, press down on the ribbon, and then I take my other finger and just scrunch it up right there. Now, I checked my loops to see if they're generally the same, and I could see that my loop was just a little bit smaller than the other loop because I wanted symmetrical. So I just gave it a little pull to open it up a little bit, twist my ribbon. Now I'm doing loop number 2 on the left side. I'm going to fold it over, create my loop around 10 inches. Now you can use a ruler for this if you like. I'm just eyeballing mine. Place my thumb down over the ribbon, and I'm going to just scrunch it up with my other fingers. Now watch me do that. Thumb down, scrunch. And then I put my thumb right over that area where I scrunched up the ribbon. Now I have 2 loops on the left side, and I was checking there just by placing the loops together to see if that matches or if it's symmetrical. Now I'm going to do loop number 2 on the right side. Twist the ribbon. Remember, that's important. Fold it over. Scrunch it up. Put my thumb down on the ribbon. Scrunch it all up completely with my other fingers. And now I have all that secured in the middle. And so far, so good. That's very easy. Don't you think? I hope so. Okay, then take a full-size pipe cleaner. Wrap it around the center. This is how you're going to secure those loops. I try to even up my tails a little bit because you can use those pipe cleaner tails to attach the bow to your tree branches. Now I'm doing an artificial tree. If you're going to do a live tree, the topper is not going to be possible to do the curved topper. But if you have an artificial one, I can show you surely how I did mine. And it was unbelievably easy to do. Okay, so now I'm going to create a center loop. I'm going to twist my ribbon. And what I want to do is just create or fold under my ribbon to create one single loop going right down the center. This is how I'm going to finish off my bow, as you can see here. So I'm going to show you again. I fold it under, press my thumb down on the ribbon right there, scrunch it up with my other fingers, and push it under my thumb. Now I have a center loop. Now how am I going to secure it? I'm going to reach around behind the bow, take one of those pipe cleaner tails, push it right through the center. Now this is going to lock that center bow in very nicely. Take my hand, pull it around to the back, twist, and now you have a bow. You just have one more little thing you have to do after you do that twist. All right, so now you can see we have a very pretty bow that's going to look very nice on a Christmas tree. All right, now one of my tails is over the top of the bow, so I have to take care of that. I trim it off around the same 6 inches for the tail. Then I'm going to just give a little gentle fold to my ribbon, the one on top. I'll show you here in just a second. A little gentle fold right there. And I'm just going to pop it through that center loop, marry it up with the tail on the bottom, and there you have a very pretty bow to put on the Christmas tree. Now you can either dovetail the tails, or you could do like I do. I like to angle mine. You'll see me do that here. Now, of course, you probably have no trouble believing that I like bows on my Christmas tree, because I like bows on a lot of things, as you've noticed if you follow my channel. But yeah, these bows on the Christmas tree are just beautiful. And I'm going to show you how I mixed it up. I used different ribbons to create different bows to create visual interest on my tree. All right, now you may remember from a previous video, again, if you follow my channel, that I created these pieces a few weeks ago. I did a tutorial. So if you're interested in learning how I created these, it's simply a styrofoam disc and some scrapbook paper, some clear plastic wrap, and some pretty bows. that I made, of course, from 1.5-inch ribbons from Hobby Lobby. I also did some candies wrapping cardboard cylinders. And that's another beautiful way to do this candy. And they look very, very pretty on the tree. I like anything candy related, especially peppermint striped for my tree. There's a pretty one with that Grinch ribbon. So I have quite a few of those pieces that I'm actually going to just lay it on the branches. It doesn't need a hanger or a hook or anything like that. So I also have some of these pretty suckers. These come from Hobby Lobby. Everything now is 50% off. So, yeah, those look really pretty on a Christmas tree. Anything like that. I have the candy canes, same thing. They look beautiful and they look awesome with Grinch decor. So I have a white one, I have a red one. I think I have a red sucker and a white sucker. Right, there's the white one with the red. And those just can be popped right into the branches of the tree. Now, as far as picks, I love picks in a tree. This is a Hobby Lobby pick, of course, in the candy theme. And then other little picks as well. This is a real pretty little pick with jingle bells on the end. This kind of thing looks beautiful on tree branches. Think beyond ornaments and think about other elements that you can use on a tree. Okay, now these are some of the larger elements. These were from Hobby Lobby. I adore these. You can stretch them out or you can keep them coiled up. They're shimmery and Grinchy in color. Love, love, love these. 50% off. And I also have red. I believe I have 2 of each. So I really love those. Those are beautiful to stick into the tree branches. Oh, wait till you see how pretty. Or you may have noticed it already. Here's another one from Hobby Lobby. There was only one, so I picked it up because I figured I could use it somehow on the tree. And that is really beautiful. That's like little sequins, really pretty. And I love these little picks. I use these on the curved part of my the Grinch tree on the top. And I also just stick them in the tree branches. Just beautiful. That Christmas tree lights, oh, just glistens. Just sparkles on those picks. And I have 2 of these berry picks. They're very chunky, big, round, red berries. And I absolutely adore them. And I stuck 2 of them in my tree. And oh my gosh, they look so good. Now, later on, after I get done showing you how I created the top and some other facts about the tree, I'm going to take you for a really detailed tour of the tree because I didn't show you how I put each and every piece on. That's up to you and how you want to do that. This was I believe, 7-foot tree. So that's a lot of placing of items on there, but I'm going to explain how I did things and why I did it. So this will give you a good basis for creating your own Grinch tree. Look at these picks that I got at Hobby Lobby. Oh my God, they are so cute. I got 4 of these and they're kind of like feathers. I don't know how they made them. And look at these. Now, I put these, you might think, what in the world is that? When you put it on the tree, it almost looks like Grinch fingers. That's what it reminds me of. These are so fabulous, stuck in the tree. I have 4 of those. Now, here's a surprising element that you may never have thought of putting on a tree. I have these feathers, and I had gotten these last year on Amazon. I'm not sure, just decorative feathers. You could probably just put in a search for those. And those are beautiful sticking in this tree, or any tree, actually. This was a great find. Craftoutlet.com. It's wired, some kind of wired, tinsely decorative rope, I guess you could call it. Oh my gosh. Well, I cut this in sections, like maybe 3-foot sections, and I spiraled it and I put it all in different places on the tree. And did it add a nice sparkle? Now, these are picks, just little coiled up wired picks. You could use anything like this. Things like this you could pick up at the Dollar Tree. But anything that adds sparkle. Also, anything that's coiled that looks really great on a Grinch tree. This is my 3rd year creating a Grinch tree. And with each year, I always look for an involvement in the creativity of the tree. That Grinch ornament you see there, that was made from a Dollar Tree galvanized metal bottle cap piece. I just painted it. I put on the Grinch face transfer, and I put a bow on it and a hanger with red cord. Yep, that was easy to make from the Dollar Tree. Now, I'm going to suggest, if you don't use all the different items that I used, coil up ribbon. Save some of your ribbon or get an extra roll just for putting coiled pieces on your Christmas tree. That particular ribbon is the best. That one with the swirls, really good. You could take a paper towel roll. See, I painted the back a different color. You could take a paper towel roll and just wrap your ribbon around the tree and create coiled pieces that you can just let cascade down the branches of your tree. So pretty. Okay, this is my big surprising element. I made this last year. I love it. Yes, I put it on my Christmas tree. It's a 14-inch wood round. I painted it white. I created some circles from scrapbook paper, red, glittery, green, and then I put 3 wood hearts. I put a hanger on the back to help hold it on the tree. I put 3 wood hearts that I covered with different types of glittery scrapbook paper. This is the story of the Grinch, how his heart grew in the movie. If you saw the animated feature, it was so beautiful, such incredible animation. Well, I got my little story of that on a little block piece that I got at Hobby Lobby. Then you could see I have another little Grinch piece there that I glued on. I put a stripe down the middle. I put a bow on the bottom. Oh my goodness. If you want to read this, you could stop the video and maybe enlarge it. It's just, I love this piece. It's kind of like the story of Grinch. And that's the 3 hearts. I love it. And yes, I did it. I put this on the tree and it looks so fabulous. So I did do one other thing on the side. I glued some red, I believe it's little sequins on the ribbon. I'm going to show you that, I think, here in a second. But there, I'm showing you, you can read it. It's, again, I got this at Hobby Lobby. Now, hopefully you have a Hobby Lobby available to you. I happen to have about 3. So what I don't find at one, I go to and look on another. But yeah, this really looks fabulous. I put it front and center, more toward the top of my tree. And there's that ribbon with the little sequins on it. Let me tell you, this is like the showpiece, the piece that makes this tree fabulous. Don't be afraid to put large elements on your tree. Step outside the ornament box, if you will, and think about other ways to decorate. Yes, I put beautiful ornaments on this tree. Big, beautiful, glittery ones. I did. but I also added other beautiful elements. So this is a kind of tree, if you walk in to the house, you have to just stand and look at it and just look at all the elements on the tree. Some of them are handmade, others are store-bought. But the point is how you put a tree together. And again, I say, think outside the box. Think about different items that you could use on the tree that are really unexpected. Now, this was an ornament from Hobby Lobby. And those red beads there, that's another option. Those look great on a Grinch tree. I didn't end up using them, but I did use them last year. Loved them. Another ornament. Here's a bigger element. This is one of those bigger ornaments. It's got like a ring top on it. And you would probably think, oh, that's a sign. But I used it in the tree. It's 8 inches in circumference. I used it on the tree. It's fantastic. And it just brings in that Grinch theme. Look at this. This is a saucer, a plastic saucer. And I use it on the tree. I got it at Hobby Lobby. Great idea, huh? But I tell you what, you could just rest these on the tree branches. You don't have to have hangers or anything. This is a plate. A plastic plate that I got at Hobby Lobby. Yes, I put this on the tree, and it looks fantastic. I also got a couple of more of these types of little box signs, and I use these on the tree. I rest them on the tree branches, and I really use those to bring in the Grinch elements of the tree. I have another one here that says all sweaters are ugly. I love that one. Very cute. Sits on a tree branch with no problem. The beautiful thing about an artificial tree is that you can do that and you can manipulate the branches. Here's another one, a very cute one from Hobby Lobby. Now, I believe Walmart carries some Grinch items, anywhere where you can pick up Grinch. All right, now this is a piece that sits on a table. Now, this I'm not putting on a tree. It's a little bit too heavy, but it's a really cute Grinch piece. What I like to do is place things around the tree that complement the tree and go with the theme. And this is going to be sitting right next to the Christmas tree. It's a beautiful piece. All these are 50% off. And I believe it's 11 inches high. But again, it's a little bit heavier, a little bit too heavy to put on the tree. I was at my son's house. This is my son's Christmas tree, by the way. I don't know if I mentioned that. And I'm at my son's house just trying to make do with what I had to film with, and so you could probably tell I'm not in my regular crafting place, but I'm just making do. Now, this ornament I had created for a Grinch theme hallway that I did in a business, and I decided, I took the ornaments back, and I decided to just create a swirl on the bottom of the ornament, so when you looked up, you could see the swirl. And so I did that with a paintbrush and Mod Podge, and then I just sprinkled glitter over the swirl. So that's how that swirl occurred. Anything snow related, I will put on my Grinch tree. I have a couple of ornaments. I don't know if y'all remember Pier 1, but oh my goodness, the ornaments that they had. I have some of the most beautiful ornaments from Pier 1, adorable ones. This is another one. I didn't end up using it, but it's so cute. And it has that Grinch glittery color on it, too. I did use the little snowman, though. All right, I made these ornaments last year. Easiest thing ever. You can YouTube this, how to do it. You just put some polyacrylic inside of one of these glass ornaments that you could purchase at Hobby Lobby. And then you pour in glitter up the inside, put a Grinch face transfer on it, and put a hanger on it. Very easy. Okay, I like to use these white snowflakes and the Grinch colored citrusy green snowflakes on a Grinch tree. Looks fabulous. I didn't end up using the reindeer, but he does have that citrus green legs. And then here's another snowman ornament. Again, it's got all the beautiful Grinchy colors. Anything snow, anything candy related, peppermint related, I'll use it on a Grinch tree. Here's another snowman ornament. Oh my gosh. I miss Pier 1. Every year I used to go there and get my ornaments. Look at this pretty one. I did use that one on the tree. I thought that was really cute for a Grinch tree. But I was just going through and showing you some of the types of ornaments. Now, these are just very simple ornaments, but they're the right colors. And one of them, the red, has swirls on it. Now, I use big ornaments, small ornaments, medium-sized ornaments. I have a Grinch ornament right there. But I mix up the size of my ornaments. I use some glittered, some matte, some shiny. Again, you can learn how to make these glitter ornaments very easily. I just bought glass ornaments at Hobby Lobby. Again, the polyacrylic inside. I pour glitter in there, shake it around, and there you have it. Okay, now these are the ornaments that I'm going to use on the tree. These are like a little bit above a medium-sized ornament, but I did want to have some red ornaments, white, and the green as well. But here's some beautiful, big, chunky, gorgeous, Grinchy ornaments. Do these look fabulous on the tree? Oh my goodness. Now, I also have some, oops, sorry about the light shining on that. I also have some smaller ornaments of the same kind. Again, mix up your sizes. All right, now here's the Grinch wreath that I made. Okay, so why am I bringing up and showing you this wreath? Because I love to place decor around the tree that coordinates with the tree. This would be beautiful next to this tree. All right, this is my son's Christmas tree. He was kind enough to put it up, put all the lights. I keep it white for this Grinch theme. You do you if you want color. But it's around a 7-foot tree. My son has very tall ceilings. I believe it's 7 to 8 foot. It's tall. So at the very top, you're going to have one of those right there. One of those evergreen pieces right at the very top I'm showing you. That's where you're going to place the piece that we're going to put on the top to create the curve. Now I'm going to try and guide you through this process as best I can. What I'm going to be doing, I'm showing you here with my finger, is we're going to be creating a little bit of a curve like the Grinch tree on the top of this tree. Now, this is how I did it. I had to put on my crafty thinking cap to do this, but I thought about it and I thought about it and I came up with an idea. You could use a pool noodle, or you could go to Home Depot or Lowe's or anywhere like that and get a pipe insulation foam tube. It's only a couple of dollars. Look in the department where the air conditioning filters are. That's where you'll find it. Now this comes in 45-inch pieces. I ended up only needing 30 inches, but I started out because I wasn't sure. This was just kind of flying by the seat of my pants crafting. I just went with it and with my thought that this is how I'm going to achieve this. I didn't YouTube it. I just used my thinking cap. Okay. So what my idea was to take a wire coat hanger and straighten it out nice and straight and feed it through the center of that tube. This would give me the ability to curve my tubing. And so that's what I did. My son gave me a wire hanger and I just took some needle nose pliers and I straightened it out nice and straight. And coincidentally, it was exactly the same length once it was straightened out as my foam tubing. So I started out just taking the whole entire tube because I wasn't sure how long I needed my curve. I didn't know how much space that curve was going to take up. So I wanted to just be prepared no matter what. I knew I could cut it off, whatever I needed to. I knew I could cut off the coat hanger. I knew I could cut the foam tubing with scissors. Now, if you're lucky enough, you could find pool noodle at Dollar Tree. But I live in Florida, and not even in Florida could I find a pool noodle. So I went to I'm always going to Hobby Lobby, so it's a natural thing for me to say. I went to Home Depot to get it. My son was kind enough to lead me to the correct aisle, and so that's what I did. And it worked. It went right through. I stuck it right through there. So I was like thinking, okay, this is going very well. You're going to need some zip ties. I'm going to recommend that you use the longer zip ties. I wish I would have had a little bit longer zip tie. So I'm going to tell you, use a long zip tie. And the reason why you need this is you're going to feed that tubing over the top of that piece that I just showed you on top of the Christmas tree. And you're going to take some zip ties and really secure that on there, really, really tight. And zip ties are the way to go on this. You're also going to need 1.5 pieces of garland, evergreen garland. You can get this at Walmart or Hobby Lobby. It's 50% off. Michael's, anywhere. Okay. What we're going to do is wrap that garland around that tubing. All right, I had to tilt my tree on its side. As you can see, I tilted my tree. All right, so now I took my tubing, my wire is inside of there. I pushed it down to cover up that piece sticking out of the top of the tree. But now I need to secure it on there. I did it 2 ways. Firstly, I just put some zip ties around the base of that tubing, right at the very place where it starts. This helped to secure it on there. I also took some of the little branches at the very top of the tree and I wrapped them around the tubing and then put a zip tie around that as well. So I had a double means of securing that. You see how I did that? Now this holds really, really well, and you'll be surprised how easy this is to do. Okay, so now you can see my coat hangers hanging out. So I'm thinking to myself, how long do I need this to be? And I did do about 3 trimmings of that piece. So I'm going to tell you what I ended up using was 30 inches. So if you want to just go with that, 30 inches, that will give you a good curve to the top of your tree. Now again, I'm working with a tree that's around 7 to 8 foot. If you're doing a smaller tree, naturally you're not going to need that much. Then you're just going to have to eyeball it. All right, now at first it was very crude, okay? It looks like, what? It looks really weird. But I knew in my mind how I was going to resolve all of the issues that I saw. So I wrapped my garland around my tubing. And you can see there, I had some pieces left over. Those pieces that I trimmed off, I used those to fill in like around the base of where the curve started, anywhere where I needed to shape up that area. You'll be able to stand back and look at it and tell where you're lacking. I'm showing you with my finger. I placed a little bit of garland in there. I placed a little bit of garland around the base where that tubing started. This helped to support it. Now, you can see that there's a lot of trimming and shaping that needs to be done here. Well, once you decide what you need to trim off, once you decide how long, I'm showing you my Rosie. This is the beagle that lives here. Oh, and I had filmed it in the wrong not in the right format, but the reason why I showed you this was she wanted to help, but then she got really bored and she went on the couch and laid down. I included that in there. That's Rosie the Beagle. She lives at this house, and I'm sure she's going to be trying to get at the Christmas tree. Even though she's 8 years old, she'll still be wanting to pick something off of it. But she's very sweet. And I put all the boxes of ornaments all over the couch. And she wasn't too happy about that because she likes to inhabit the couch all day long. Okay, so once I decided on the shape, I went around with my scissors. I trimmed up so I had a nice point on my curve. I took my wire cutters, trimmed off anything that I felt needed to be trimmed off. I secured everything the best that I could. I even took a little hot glue around the area where I wrapped the point, just to make sure that was secured very well. All right, that was how simple that was to do. Just shaping it, standing back, looking at it, making sure you got it right. Here is my sign. Now you probably think she put a sign, a 14-inch sign on a tree. Well, let me tell you, when you see this all finished, I think you might agree, or maybe not. Maybe not. You might think, wow, that's too big for the tree. But it adds a big pow to that tree. Okay, that little piece there, again, I like to embellish around the tree. I made that with a stick. Those 3 arrows are pieces from the Dollar Tree. I went online. I looked at the lettering that goes on these signs that you typically see, and I just emulated the writing with a pencil, and I filled it in with paint, and I love it. I used this in a hallway that I did on a business where I did a Grinch theme, but I now have it for my son. Okay, so here we go with this tree. I have some lights that are blinking right there. I hope that's not a bad sign that one of them's going to go out, because I'm so not taking all this stuff off the tree. Okay, so now the first thing I do, just like I'm doing a wreath, I put my large elements on the tree. There's the plate, the sign, the bigger ornament, there's the saucer, the Grinch head cardboard piece. Put the large pieces on first. Then you start with the next largest, and then the next largest. So you'll see how I'm going to layer everything on. Oh, there's Rosie. She's not happy now. She has to sleep on the bed because I have the couch all full of ornaments. Okay, I meant to film that in the right format, but I didn't. Oh, look at the top of this tree. All right, so I'm going to explain to you how I did everything. See how I poked in all of my large elements, all those little squiggly pieces, those giant chunky holly berries. I poke them in and let them just protrude from the tree. Then I put on all of my Grinch ornaments. Then I started putting my bows on. I stuck in my candy canes and I added my large elements. Now up there on the curve of that, where I did the curve on the tree, I added very small picks. You don't want to weight down the curve. Don't hang ornaments on it with a hook. I took a few very small of the small ornaments and I just placed them into the garland just to give the top of the tree a little bit of the color. See my candy pieces sitting on there? Now, where you place your elements is completely up to you. But put the large elements on and then work your way down from there. Now that is that green tinsely tubing. I cut off 3-foot sections and I spiraled it. And I just put it in different places on the tree. Look at that. That's very Grinchy, okay? That's what I call it, because anything like that that's just kind of fun and just curly and sparkly, and there's another one. Do you see the furry pieces? They look like fingers. They look like Grinch fingers sticking out from the tree. Look at the feathers. There's the top again. Do you see the little picks stuck in there? Those are those little green tinsely picks from Hobby Lobby. And I just had so much fun doing this tree. I absolutely love it. And I hope showing you this tree gives you some great ideas. I wish I had Christmas music, but my editing app that I adore does not offer any, because it sure would be suitable right now. You can see all my handmade ornaments on there. This is just one beautiful tree. Tell me what you think of it. If you're not currently a subscriber, I hope you will consider becoming one. I'm also going to be doing a Grinch entryway in a business, so I'll be showing you that. Give this video a thumbs up if you love it. And until next time, you all take care.